Hey, teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host, Teash, and today we have owner, Ms. Jessica Ward Cannon. She is the owner of the Lotus Room KC. I don't know if you guys have ever been inside of the Lotus Room KC. I have yet to go, but just know that I am because I need a good old stretch. So today we're going to be talking to Jessica just to see how we can get our bodies all bended like licorice. You know what I'm saying? In a good way, in a healthy way, okay? In a clean way. Wherever your mind just went, that's not what we're talking about. We really don't know how important it is to stretch. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk to Jessica and get the tea on how important it is and how beneficial it is. Okay. So let me grab her really quick. Jessica. Hello there, Gorge.
Hey, how are you? Good afternoon.
I am so good. Okay. So I was telling the people, I said, so Miss Jessica is going to tell us how to get real bended like licorice, but in a good way. Because I know somebody's mind went, that's not what we're talking
Right.
about. Okay. And so, first and foremost, let me tell all of my teacups yet again. This is Mrs. Jessica Ward Cannon. She getting ready to tea with us about a whole lot of stretching activity. And she is the owner alongside of her amazing husband of the Lotus Room KC. So let's tea about it. How long
Yeah.
have you guys been in business?
So we just had our 1 year anniversary on June 13th. So 1 year in business.
Amazing.
Yes. We're still baby entrepreneurs.
Okay, but you're doing the thing, girl, because I be seeing videos all over social media with everybody coming in and getting their twists and turns and their stretching on. And so with that being said, how beneficial is it to stretch? Because we often get a little tense and tight. And we just want to know how can we be down? So how often should we stretch? And is there like a method to it?
Right. So as far as, daily upkeep on your own, you should stretch at least 5 minutes a day.
Okay.
Every day, because I know everybody's heard the term stress kills.
Uh-huh.
So you're going through your days, you got kids, you got work, you got, relationships and different stressors that just pile up every
Yeah.
day. And after a while, your body starts to build up with that stuff. It's like
Okay.
you may not cry, you may not, express how you're feeling, but the body keeps score. And so
Okay.
after a while, you start having some aches and pains. Like my lower back wasn't even hurting. I didn't even do anything to it, and it's like I'm in
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
It just builds up. So getting you a little small regimen every day, I would say at least touching your toes.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't touch their toes, and
I can't.
and you know what I say? It's because you don't try. If
You're
you
right. I'm gonna
anybody
try
would
after
do,
this. I'm gonna try after this because I have not even fathomed the thought. Okay, the last time I tried, it hurt pretty bad,
yeah.
like right behind here. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it to mean it ain't meant for me to do it, but it really is meant for me to do it. So all of my teacups, we got to try this because stretching is good for you.
Absolutely.
So. And
They
I
just
forgot
need
to
to do
tell
a
you
little
guys,
more.
so Miss Jessica, she is a certified mobility specialist and personal trainer for 11 or so years.
Yes.
So if y'all need somebody to get on y'all's tail that really knows what they're
Mhm.
doing and knows their stuff, she the one.
Period.
So what inspired you to go into the field of mobility, health, and personal training? You know that ain't everybody's bag, but obviously you love it. So what was the motivating factor for you to start such a thing?
Honestly, my father passed at 43 of a massive heart attack. And
I'm
that was 12 years ago.
mm-hmm.
In 2012, he saw me graduate college, and 2 months later, he was gone. And
Oh,
out of nowhere. So that really just kind of like set me afire, like, especially our people. We need to get
yeah,
moving. I
yeah,
firmly believe that if he would have just walked maybe five or
yeah.
10 minutes a day or just did something, I feel like it
Mm-hmm.
could have been a little part of me feels like it could have been prevented. And so
Yeah,
ever since then, I've just been on this quest to be like, all right, y'all, let's move. Whatever it
yeah.
is you decide to do, whether that's step, I know step is popular now.
It
Uh,
is, girl.
yeah, dance fitness, lifting weights, whatever it is, just get your body moving because that really is the best medicine.
Absolutely. And I'm not. I don't know a whole lot about stretching and things like that, but I do know that when it comes to mobility and things like that, it helps decrease blood clots. I do know that
Hmm.
for a fact. And so, like you said, had your father had walked a little more, kind of kept it a little more mobile, however many times a week, just as long as you're doing something, it probably
Exactly.
would have increased blood flow. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A lot of us, we think that the smallest things that we're doing is making a big impact, and it's really not. And I love that we brought step aerobics up because I did my first step class with Body by Rita. Shout
Yeah.
out to her
Yeah.
on Wednesday for the beginners class. I didn't do good at all, but I wanted to
Showed up.
challenge myself to get out of the house and do a little something. And the older you get, like you said, everything starts to tighten. You're just not doing enough.
Right.
And with our culture, we face a lot of health ailments. And if we would just do a little more here and there, it might help us out in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of the things are preventative too.
Yeah.
That's what gets me sometimes. Like, high blood pressure and
Yeah.
diabetes and just little stuff like that. It's like, I promise you, if you get moving,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to decrease the chances of those things developing.
Yeah, especially people that suffer from a lot of thyroid issues, and we know that that causes weight gain and different things like that. So definitely try to move a little more, not just wash clothes and things like that like I do, but do a little bit of cardio, take a
Right.
lap around, wherever you live, and really try to get moving because we just sit so stagnant, and then
Right.
we decide to move once the doctor says, okay, this is wrong with you, this is wrong with you, this is wrong with
Exactly.
you. And we want to prevent that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You don't want to
So
get into the thick of it and then try.
yeah,
You're working at a deficit at that
absolutely.
point.
Absolutely. And it's
Yeah.
hard to get back right after the doctor that came down on you. So let's just try to do something to prevent the doctor having to say, you in
Right.
trouble. You know what I'm saying? So what are the benefits of stretching if we could get more in depth? Like I needed to stretch, but I had messed my knee up. Don't even worry about it. And so a lot of the swelling went down. So now I'm ready to do a little bit of stretching. What are some really good benefits? Like, say, if I just wanted to stretch my little arms and stuff like that, because I'm losing no weight. So, what are the benefits of me just like, oh, girl,
Right. So just
like
like you
what's going on in
mentioned,
here?
right. So just like you mentioned, like if you do like a deep stretch with me or even just at home on your own,
Yeah,
you're preventing further injuries or the
yeah,
chances of you getting hurt decrease
yeah,
significantly with you moving your body. You have better range of motion, better blood flow,
yeah.
healing properties. It increases mental clarity,
Mm.
lower stress. Like, oh my God, I could go on.
I know, and you
But
get so excited about it, so passionate about it.
because I
Yes.
love it so much, and it's so beneficial. It's so crazy. When I went into this, I'm like, because I'm new to Kansas City. I'll have only
Okay.
been here 3 years this December, so I'm still in my a little over 2 years, and I'm like, man, where am I going to get clients? I don't know anybody out here. I
Yeah.
don't, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
just moved here. I met my husband, and it's exploded.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to find places to put people on my schedule. Like,
Yeah.
crazy, and I love that response because people really need this and they see such a difference even after one session.
Amazing. We love
Yeah.
it. So how you really telling me is I need to come on in there and see what tea is because like I said, I'm trying to get more active and the older I get, I can feel a difference in my body from moving versus not moving. And when I say it's no fun, once you tighten up and tense up, it really hurts for real.
Exactly,
And
and
so
nothing's enjoyable.
yeah, absolutely. So, let's see, manual muscle technique. What does that consist of? Because I know you guys have that going on. So tell us what that is.
So yeah, so another technique that I use with my clients sometimes, in addition to tightness and tension, you
Uh huh.
develop these little knots in your muscle, literally like a ball, where
Uh
the
huh.
fascia will kind of like ball up, and it creates pain basically.
Okay.
So I would go in and basically kind of knead
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
kind of drive that knot out so that your muscle can elongate properly where it's not pulling on joints and causing pain. So basically
Okay.
getting those little knots out that form tension balls, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Okay.
to, make it in simple terms, but kneading those out. And I will say, I try my best not to make it like, excruciating. It's not
Uh-huh.
fun, but you will feel better after.
Okay, because
You do
honey,
feel
like I
so much
said,
better
I watch
after.
your videos and y'all
Yeah.
really get with your clients in a special way, and it looks as though it's really assisting a lot of trouble areas, and
Yeah.
so like a lot of the stretching that's going on in there, I can honestly say I've never done, not even here at home. So I just watch from afar, like, you know what, I'm gonna come in, I ain't gonna be intimidated, I'm gonna stop in, and
And
I
you
really
don't
am
have
gonna
to
come in.
be. We meet you where you are.
Okay.
We build up from there. Every stretch is personalized. And again, I want it to be a relaxing type
Yeah.
situation for you too, because the stretches, your body's more receptive to new range of motion when your system is calm, when your nervous system is calm. We have these things called proprioceptors that actually try to help you prevent your body from overstretching and injury.
Hmm.
That's just the natural way that God made us. Our bodies are amazing in that way, but sometimes they're overactive because
Yeah.
you're underactive. And it's like, all
Ooh, that
right,
makes sense.
exactly. And so it's like, oh, you
Hmm.
haven't done such and such in a long time. Let me protect you from moving too much. So I work to calm that reaction from your body so that you can
Okay.
relax into the stress. So it's not painful. You just feel a nice tension in the muscle. A lot of people have come to me and they've tried the chiropractor, they've tried physical therapy, they've tried, massage, which all those things are great. And I tell my
Uh-huh.
people to still continue to go to those things if you want to, but a stretch is going to enhance those services,
Hmm.
help those effects last a little bit longer. The supple
Okay.
muscles just kind of take it over the top. So
So
I,
you know
I
your
tell-
stuff, honey. You are like, hey, let me get y'all together. Let me tell y'all what's going on because you
listen,
want to help us be better. And obviously, you're on your game because, baby, look. So we definitely appreciate all the gems that you're giving us right now.
yeah.
So for someone that is usually tense in the legs, back and neck, what service would you recommend? Excuse Alexa, baby, she's going off over there. I'm just gonna keep rolling as if she ain't talking about nothing.
So you're asking what I would suggest for tension in the back and the legs and stuff. I'm sorry, I was trying to get
Yeah,
the.
kind of like so. Yeah, so like the legs, the back, and the neck,
Hmm.
preferably,
Hmm.
and also like in the lower region, more like a sciatic nerve situation. What would you recommend for that?
Yes. So 9 times out of 10 with that sciatica, it's really if you stretch the glute area,
Mm-hmm.
there's a nerve that kind of runs in the lower back
Mm-hmm.
into your glute, down, down your hamstring and really down to your foot,
Uh
really.
huh.
And once you start to get like those knots we were talking about earlier, they kind of squeeze on that nerve.
Okay.
You start to get like
Hmm.
pain and tingling and things like that. So if you kind of target the glutes and
Uh huh.
that in turns connected to the lower back because it's all a chain. Your body's so connected in a way, right?
Uh huh.
But I noticed if you pay attention to the glutes, stretch those out. Figure four stretch. These are things you can look up on YouTube.
Okay.
Figure four stretch. In yoga, they call it a pigeon pose. It just elongates that glute muscle. Nobody's thinking like, "Hey, my butt's tight. Let me stretch my
Right.
butt."
Right.
you know, and
Right.
most of the time you're
Exactly.
sitting on it all day too. So it's a
Hmm.
combination of weakness, underuse, and tightness.
Oh my God. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Since you brought that up, so of course I'm in the office 8 hours a day, and I noticed. So now I have a pillow in my chair, like for my lower back, because I'm gonna tell you, not too long ago, and I don't know what triggered it, but maybe I was sitting on the end of the chair, like where the chair kind of curves, like way back here.
Hmm.
Girl, I had the worst pain, and it lasted for days. I was like, "Oh my God, is this like a sciatic nerve situation?" It
Yeah.
hurt so bad, and you know how it like pulsates almost, to where
Yeah.
it's like loud. Then it, I was like, "What did I do?"
That's
And
just a buildup
within,
of tension. Your
girl,
back
I
is screaming
swear,
like, please stretch me. And in that way, like, you
yes,
can turn, you can twist in your chair.
Yes.
Better
Okay.
believe it. And again, trying to touch your toes.
Okay.
That
I am, Jessica. I am gonna try when I get up. I swear I am. I am.
just that
I am
that
though,
whole
for real. It
yes.
hurts so bad though. Like some people can still do the splits in their 40s, baby. I would try if my life depended on it. Okay.
I mean, it's possible if you work at it. Stretching and things like that is all
Yeah.
about consistency. And
Yeah. Pretty
it's not
much.
as far off as you think. But at this point in our lives, I'm 37. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I used to be an athlete back in the day and cheer and dance. I
Okay.
can't do none of that stuff neither. But you're more focused on functionality. Like I
Yeah.
want to be able to touch my toes. I want to be able to bend over and pick up something without being in pain or
Yeah.
injuring myself. It's all about, I mean, really, essentially, what do you need your leg behind your head for? I mean, really, I mean, listen, we can go a different direction with that. But like, as far as everyday use, there's no
Yeah.
reason for that. So it's like I tell people, don't feel bad that you can't do those things. That's
Yeah.
really not the goal. The goal is functionality and better quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely understood, honey. And you are so correct on that. Just the proper functionality, like you said. You don't have to be able to do everything that you once did in your 20s. It's just all about still keeping some form of stretch, some form of
exactly.
relaxation in your muscles, because
Aging well.
yeah, and the fact that, a lot of people probably thrive and live off of muscle relaxers. And if you were to stretch more, I guarantee they wouldn't need it. They
And you
wouldn't
got to
need it.
think over time what that does to your liver.
Mm.
That causes other problems.
Oh my God, you are so right.
Yeah.
You are so smart. So
Yeah.
everybody out here that's dealing with these muscle relaxers and carrying on, knock it off. Because all you got to do is get up, do a little bit of stretching here and there, and get your body used to a routine.
Blood
And then,
flow.
you know, up with hope, down with dope.
Right. You're only as old as you let your body get.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. So what are the common cases? Let me see, hold on. What are
Mhm.
the common cases you service on a regular day to day? So would it
Mhm.
be more injury related? Would it be more just someone wanting to, get into a routine and a habit of good stretching? So what would you say your day to day looks like with your clients?
Yeah, every client is different and people
Hmm.
come to me for different things. Now, as far as I have some common ailments like sciatica,
Yeah,
shoulder pain, just lower back discomfort. Oh God, my hamstrings are just tight.
yeah.
Um, I deal with things like that. People coming off of surgery, like knee replacements, hip replacements.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
I preface that, you know what I'm saying? But I tell people once they get released from physical therapy, they get that doctor stamp of approval, like, hey, tell
Mhm.
them that you're going to be stretching and if this is okay. So we
Yeah.
start there. Then I build from there. Like,
Yeah.
we get into the manual muscle therapy, we get into tailoring stretches to better whatever you came in for.
Hmm.
I teach,
So
yeah.
So when it comes to surgery, and this is just an FYI for anybody that probably wants to know, how soon should someone begin that stretch therapy after surgery? Because what you don't want is for your muscles to tighten up and then you're in a lot of pain at that point. So would you say more of the therapeutic route would be, I mean, of course you want to be released from your doctor. We're
Right,
not doctors,
right.
but just to do a little light work, just to keep everything from retracting back and putting you through a lot of pain. What would you say would be a healthy range? Maybe a week or so, just
Oh,
depending
after
on the area?
surgery,
Yeah.
honestly, I would give it like a couple months, honestly.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you want your natural healing process to kick in.
Yeah.
And you don't want to aggravate the surgery
Mm-hmm.
site because that's going to prolong healing.
Yeah.
So you want to get to where, and the doctor knows when.
Yeah.
They usually tell you this how many weeks or so into a physical
Yeah.
activity. And like I said, every case is different, every body is different. So I work with my people's physicians and physical
Okay.
therapists. Like I'm like, hey, what's your doctor say?
Right.
You know
Don't come in here and get me in trouble. What the
what
people
I'm
tell you to
saying?
do? Because we want you
Don't be
healthy
coming
and
in here
back.
self-prescribing. What's your doctor
Yes.
say? Okay,
Okay.
go from there.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So real quick, so my wrists now. I'm in perimenopause now, okay? And so, of course, I have a lot of wrist pain. And it
Hmm.
feels really good, like just massaging the forearm into the hand. I cannot stress how good that feels. What would
Yes.
be your recommendation? Because, see, I started using like the little ointments and stuff like that, like the icy hot and all that kind of stuff. Now I feel like I may possibly inflame something because I mean it gets so potent, and then the more you're overworking certain muscles, it can be painful, girl. So, what would
Right.
you recommend to release a lot of that tension because they hurt? You would think it's carpal tunnel, but I don't know what it is. I just know that
Right.
it hurts. So, what would you recommend? Like me just doing some light
Yeah, your wrist
twisting?
circles and stretching your forearm. So I'm pulling back my fingers here,
Mm-hmm.
and then so you get top and bottom. And
Okay.
also, so like I said, the body's so connected. You want to make sure you stretch up into your shoulders and stuff too. So pulling it back here. Yep. So
Okay.
all that attention goes down into the forearms. So
Okay.
anything where you can kind of open your body and get into the biceps and where it travels down to your forearm, that's what I would suggest every day.
Okay.
The thing is blood flow. When you have proper blood flow, you got white blood cell flow too, which
Yeah.
which is your healing properties. So anything you can get that blood flowing and just
Okay.
move every day. Don't let a day go by.
Well, thank you for those tips, girl. And for those that wanted to know, I asked for the both of us or all of us.
Yes.
So, what services do you provide overall, and how can everybody book you guys? Because I know
Yes.
you guys have a new service too that
Hmm.
I've been resharing. So, tell us a little bit about all of that you have going on.
Right. So, our primary thing is assisted stretch. That's the main
Hmm.
thing we're going to focus on. Then once I see if you need muscle manual therapy or, we use massage guns, we use all kinds of muscle
Yeah.
releasing tools here. But we will start with a stretch. We also have, in addition to like, I can stretch somebody's body and know what they need just from training and just intuitiveness and
Yeah.
feeling, I can do that. But we also have a new system called the Human Track, where
Cool.
it keeps track of like your range of motion and your progression. So we on your first day in, we'll kind of scan you and do different body movements like a squat. We assess your posture, like your arm and shoulders and things like that, and it kind of captures where you are when you start, and then
Okay.
we keep track every 4 or 5 sessions or so. We see like, okay, what's your progress? Are you moving better? Are you gaining range of motion?
Hmm.
That way, you have those hardcore numbers there. Everybody that gets off my bed, they say, I feel different. Like I
That's good.
feel that. But to have
Yes.
the numbers, and it takes pictures and videos with that human track. So to have that kind of proof there too is just reinforcement for our clients. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's really cool.
So for the people that want to book you guys, do you have a website? Do you have a link in
Yes.
your bio? How can they be down?
Both. We got a link in our bio on our IG, but it's www.thelotusroomkc.com. And your first session is free, and that's 30 minutes.
Ooh, now, a lot of us like to hear the word free, and then just to know that outside of that, you're going to get what you need. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's almost like a trial run. So
Yeah.
just to know that you're getting something for free and it's beneficial, and you'll feel a lot better after.
Right.
That should motivate you guys to want to book and see what's tea with your body, because we have to stay in tune and in touch with our mental and
Yes.
our physical, because they really work hand in hand. So you
Really
guys need to
do.
make sure that you book the Lotus Room KC if you're in KC, if you slide through, if you're going to be coming down to visit soon. Make sure that you guys do that. Okay.
Yes.
So let's see. So what technique, if any, would you advise for someone with diabetic neuropathy? I don't know if that's your zhuzh, but
Mm.
definitely for the feet.
Yeah.
Just to keep the nerves stimulated, if you will.
Right. Just a good stretch and water, honestly.
Okay.
Water, get that lymphatic system cleaning and doing
Yes.
its job. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I've
Yeah.
noticed that, stretching the muscles out and, creating that space, if you will, in the body,
Uh-huh.
kind of helps with that tingling that they feel, the
Mm-hmm.
numbness that a lot of people feel in their toes when they have neuropathy. Um, just basic movement.
Yeah.
Like you have to move a little bit every day.
And see, that sounds like the trick. That's the root of everything. You have to keep moving in order to keep your physical up to par
Yes.
and just to give your muscles a balance. Because if you are sitting stagnant and you're not doing enough, you're definitely gonna feel it. And so if you feel it physically, your mental is the next to go. So we
And like I
definitely want to
said,
make sure that we stay active.
another thing too is sugar. Sugar
Mm.
is a culprit for a lot of things.
Girl.
It's oh god, and I love it too. I love a good
Yes.
like cookie, cakes, candy.
Girl, we done
Don't
broke
we
up some
all? Like I'm not
hearts.
perfect as a trainer, you know what I'm saying? But it really is the root of all like evil when it comes to
Yeah, for sure.
different.
You ain't lying. You ain't
Yeah.
lying. It's hard on you.
So and it's in everything. If you read the
Mm.
nutritional facts on something, anything that ends in OSE,
Yeah.
glucose, sucrose, fructose, sugar,
Mm.
and it being the things that you least expect.
Yeah.
And the things aren't necessarily sweet, but read on there and you see that
Girl.
like man, it's just hidden everywhere. And so the only way to really combat that is drinking your water and
Mm-hmm.
watching your intake, portion control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and trying to just flush it all out because, honey, I am a tea, no pun intended, but a tea and coffee
Yeah.
drinker. Okay. And so what I started doing with my coffee is I would start to use like the sweet and low. And for whatever reason, it's actually more sugary than regular sugar. I said, man, y'all trying to kill somebody because I'm trying to cut back on my intake and flush my system. And here we are with this. So do you recommend, see, with us talking about sugar, that's the whole thing. Do you
Mhm, mhm.
recommend, because I can't do black coffee. What do you
Right.
recommend though? Try to
Listen,
give it a little bit of, a little bit of because that sugar girl, it'll kill you. And
the
I
thing
know.
about sweet and low is it's artificial. You always
Mm,
want to try your best to eat real food. And
yeah.
everything is so processed these
Yeah.
days. Sugar in the raw, agave,
Mm.
honey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I put that in my tea and it's good too.
Yes. And you know what? It's not that bad in coffee either.
I've never tried it in coffee. I'm gonna try it on Monday because
It's not. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna try that.
But anything other than artificial sugar and that
Yeah.
bleached white sugar.
Ugh. That
Trust
sounds
me.
terrible. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that girl. Because you never know. It just sounds like it's just taking your body through a whole thing like a haunted house almost. You
And
know
it
what I'm saying?
is.
So
It wreaks
yeah.
havoc. And
Ugh.
it's like we do things because we don't know better.
Yeah.
We didn't
That's
grow up
true.
we didn't grow up talking about this stuff. You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm saying? I don't think
Not at
anybody
all.
paid attention, especially in black households.
Baby, especially when Kool-Aid was the epidemic, baby, the more
You put a whole
sugary,
bag
the
of sugar in
better,
the
honey.
thing. And it felt nothing about it.
Girl, I used to want mine so sugary to the point where I'm freaking out and getting my ass whooped. Like I want to be so high off sugar to where I gotta take a nap. Because once you get a whooping because you're doing too much running and playing, that's how you know that your Kool-Aid was hitting. It's
Period.
been years though since I've had Kool-Aid. I wouldn't touch it now, but
Right.
baby, yeah, sugar
Kool-Aid
was
was it back
definitely in the
then.
house. It was definitely in the house.
And it's
So
like now that you know better, you got to do better.
absolutely. For all of us chunksters, because I'm definitely one of them, but mind your business, don't worry about it. So really quick, what are some fun facts about Jessica Ward
Oh
Cannon that people
God.
think they know, that they
Hmm.
don't know? I mean,
Hmm.
just lay it on the line for us. What give us some fun news, some hot goss is what the kids say. Um, what's some fun facts about you?
You know what? Me personally, because I'm with me every day, I don't think
Yeah,
I'm that
right,
interesting.
right.
But I did. Me and my husband talked for 3 days before he proposed to me.
Girl, shut up.
And I uprooted my life and moved from North Carolina and drove 15 hours
Oh my God, that is a fun
and
ass fact.
moved
Girl, because I
and
know a lot of the
moved.
single girls is out there like, so what the hell am I doing wrong? Because I've been with D'Artagnan 5 years and he ain't said nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? We got to tell you about that. What? So Girl, so I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing these dating apps and things like that, and they are getting nowhere. So, what kind of conversation did y'all have to where he was like, you know what, I love you so much, girl, and I want you to be my wife, and you like, okay, cool. Like, what the hell?
Honestly,
That's amazing.
I was not even looking. Matter of fact, like I was like any man that came near me, I was like, get away. Like I'm not
Right,
even
right.
interested. And I just from the beginning, I'm just like, look, I don't have time. Like
Not on the schedule, buddy. We ain't got it.
and then again, I was 35 when we met, when we got married. So I was just in a different space. And it was just like,
Yeah.
look, if you ain't coming to add to me, because I can do it all on my own.
And that's T. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, he said, because I'm
And
special.
he is.
Oh, I
But
love
honestly,
that
I
for you
just
guys.
think
I
we
can't
both
remember.
were, yeah, we both were in a space where it's like, all right, let's team up. Let's do this. You know?
Okay.
And it's the craziest, best thing I've ever done.
Oh my God. Now that right there trumps any fun fact that you could throw out here. I love that. I really, really do. Like I said, all of you single people, did y'all just hear what just happened? So it's possible to find
It
love in a
is.
matter of 24 hours. Okay. I mean, I think the God arranges what he wants to arrange. And all you got to do is take heed to it for real.
Work
That
on
is so
yourself in the
awesome.
process. That's what I tell people.
He's
Work on
silly.
yourself in the process. He is crazy.
Yes. Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I definitely love what you guys are doing. I love that you guys have a stretch studio and it's, let's just be honest, it's created by us and things like that, but we welcome all to get
Yes.
your stretch on and get your,
Yes.
your longevity of mobility. We want you to be
Right.
healthy. We want you to be, you know what I'm saying, do it moving. Um
Right.
I will definitely make sure to support you guys. If there's anything
Yeah.
you can share, get the word out there. You guys need to book, see what's going on in there, and even watch their pages. Follow if you're not already. Just look and see how it works. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll show you techniques through video. They're always posting. They are
Hmm.
amazing. I'm gonna get in there now that my knee is back. Like I said, don't
Right.
worry about what happened, but just know that it's better.
Listen, we get you right. She is.
Exactly. So, is there anything else that you want everybody to know while you have this opportunity, just to kind of give them a little bit of insight on who you guys are, where you guys are located, what's going on? Because the Stretch Therapy Studio is definitely one for the books. So,
Right. So me and my husband were both submerged in this fitness thing. He's a trainer and still trains present day. He's been a trainer
okay.
and he has a master's in nutrition, so you get meal plans, 20 years in the game. I do fitness classes. I'm at Genesis on Ward Parkway every Wednesday night. I teach dance fitness.
My
So
goodness, get
we're
it,
doing
girl.
it. Yeah. Come check
Yes.
us out.
Well, I'll definitely make sure that people are hip to you guys and know what's going on. Jessica is giving you the information. All you have to do is do your booking and get down. And
Right.
I guarantee you'll feel a lot better.
Absolutely.
Um, and so, with that said, honey, I have nothing else, but I do want to let you guys know to always keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. And of course, Jessica, you are now a teacup because you are on
Hey.
this show. Okay. Girl, they love this little thing.
Yes.
Girl, I just took it light today. I said I ain't gonna have
Cute.
no tea today. But keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep being awesome.
You
And
too,
we
lady.
will
I
tea
see you.
again soon.
You too.
So definitely share this live. I will make sure to send you an invite to become a collaborator. That way everybody can know what's going on. And so other than that, I'm done. Just enjoy your Saturday,
You
doll.
too. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Have a good
You
day.
too. Bye bye.
Bye.